done.
Okay. Okay, so this is a midterm update for the API and the Professor UI, which is where we're coming from. So what is the API? The API is pretty much a framework for the very basic functionalities that we want in software. The reason why we needed an API, as Ken realized earlier this quarter, is because like last quarter we switched from GTK to Clutter, and it involves rewriting a lot of code, and we want to prevent that in the future from happening by just having the most basic stuff already laid out. So what's been completed already? We have the logic for storing and retrieving slides, sort of a list. And then we also have the logic for storing and retrieving pen values for when the professor were to write on canvas. So red, green, blue, all that kind of stuff is stored inside the API now. What's left is what Ben and Lance is working on. Ben is working on content handling, like PDFs and images off of Moodle. Lance is working on doing MySQL calls from Moodle to get clicker information from. And I'm most likely going to be working on implementing file output, which is, so the images that are saved during a presentation, they need to be output to some format like PDF. That's what I'm going to be working on. Okay. Earlier this quarter, I worked on some new graphics. Here's the old ones. People couldn't really tell if buttons were selected or not, so that was kind of an issue that needed to be sorted out. The new graphics highlight if you mouse over them, and they also press down once you select. The biggest thing this quarter for the Professor UI is navigating slides. Basically, pretty much just allows the lecturer to navigate between different slides on the panel. So if they click a thumbnail, it jumps to that particular slide. What's been completed so far is screen capturing, which involves reading in an area of the screen and getting an array of pixel information, and then converting that information into images, then rendering those images as buttons, and onto a separate layer. So when the professor were to click on that thumbnail, it would render that image across the screen. What's taking so long is there's actually handling a lot of memory because you're reading in this huge area of the screen, 894 pixels by 824 by 768. So yeah, you have a lot of data that's being handled. There's a list of things that are left to do. Pretty much finding an efficient way of storing this information, and then merging several layers of the canvas into each other. Overall, I think it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks. And just the finish of the data check. Cool. Any questions?
Nice work.